Today I've been invited by the makers of Whiteout Survival to address your most pressing questions from social media about the game. And today we're going to talk about two things in particular. We're going to talk about hero gear, hero skills, maybe a few other questions as well. Now, although I've only been playing for the last 3 months, I've reviewed these answers with other experienced players, such as my friend Skillet from State 300. Next question is, what is the best way to level up your hero gear? Oh boy. Do you concentrate on your 3 best or 5 only? If so, how does this impact events that rely on multiple marches? So, the reason the person asking this question is wondering, gosh, should I do 3 or should I do 5, is that if you're doing 3, the 3 you're going to choose are 1 infantry, 1 marksman, and 1 lancer. This is my current gear, and the reason you do that is that there's a whole bunch of stuff you do in the game where you're going to need to send your best army. The reason you would consider doing 5 is for Arena. Obviously, Arena is very popular, and the escort and hero-related stats on hero gear are a very, very big deal. Now, I'm currently in 5th, but I'll do more challenges and rank up quite a bit here. We're just on the 2nd day of Arena, so there's a lot to settle in this ladder. But typically, I do pretty well in the Arena. In fact, this last time around, I got 3rd, which is pretty cool. But I would say, for the most part, you want to focus on your top 3 heroes, 1 of each troop type, for your hero gear. Now, there's a bunch of different ways you can improve your hero gear. That is, again, topic for almost an entire video all on its own. But you're talking about the enhancement level, the mastery forging level, the empowerment of your hero gear. There's also widgets, which we could talk about. But my recommendation, again, is to focus in on 3. You could expand to 5, and money where my mouth is, I put just a small amount of experience into my 4th and 5th sets. The reason that I went this route is that, the amount of experience to gain a level over here, 290, really pales in comparison to what it takes to gain a level over here, which is going to be 3,450. And, these stats make a huge difference. So if you're a rally lead especially, focus on 3. If you're not a rally lead, you have a little more leeway to spread around the experience. And I would say, even still, focus your mastery forging only on 3 sets, 1 for each troop type, because you can reset gear, which is pretty cool. It's called reforging. If you reforge a piece, you can get the experience back, but a mastery reforge, you lose half of the essence stones. So with enhancement reforging, you get 100% of the materials back, and it's just the experience you're getting back, which is amazing. And with the mastery reforging, you're losing half, which is, in my opinion, catastrophic. You do not want to do that almost ever. Like, you'd have to have made a pretty big mistake with your gear, your hero gear, to want to do that. All right? So there it is. Whew! A somewhat short-ish answer to what seems like a simple question, but actually is fairly complex, is regarding the 4 skills of riders that are applied, I think that's joiners, applied to rally attacks and defenses. Do the skills activate without any issues, even if the skill of the same character overlap? So this is a great question. There's more to it, though. Additionally, is it better to apply the skills of 4 different characters rather than 4 of the same character? Okay, great question. And I'm about to do, literally in just a couple minutes here, 5 minutes, I have my own bear trap to go and do. So as I was describing, when someone sets a rally, you can tap the rally, tap the flag, scroll on down. You see the joiner skills are over here. Now, if this was a rally where we really were trying to crank the damage, this Molly joiner will be bad. You would want to kick them. Now, we're just rallying a polar terror. It's an easy win. Nobody cares. It's fine. But these are 3 great joiners over here, right? And you can see it's 3 of the exact same skill. Now, the exact mechanism for the stacking of these skills, I actually can't speak to, but what I can speak to is the fact that it is perfectly fine to have multiple of the same skill. But as you progress further and further into the game, where more and more heroes are available, what I am told by endgame players is that different states have their own sort of secret sauce for what their joiner skills are going to be, and what combination of troops they're going to use, and what heroes they're going to rally with entirely. So offensively, if you're just doing bear trap as an early player, yeah, like using all the same thing is fine. There is stacking that is happening, so it's not like duplicating this skill does nothing. No, you can run 4 of the same skill, which is what you'd honestly like kind of hope for in the bear trap. It's perfectly fine, and get great results in the early game. Again, in the late game, however, I think there's a lot to explore with regard to different skill combinations. And like, just to give one example of why it is you might use different skill combinations, in our last Sunfire Castle battle in my state, what we did is we were worried about getting sort of a speed attack that hit immediately after we rallied one of the turrets. And that actually happened to us, where we like lost a turret a couple times, where we rallied, we took it, and then a couple people would speed in, hit really hard, and take it back. And I live streamed this entire thing, by the way, which was pretty cool. But what we did is we used a couple joiners that had skills that were better, like blended skills that kind of work on defense and offense, in order to potentially be a little bit more ready for having a speed hit come in. So long story short, what you'll use will depend on your situation, will depend on your generation of heroes. But yes, skills do stack. And at the start of the game, you're going to have everybody joining with Jesse for rallying and Patrick to garrison, almost certainly. And although we haven't talked about Patrick yet, I can just pull him up on screen. Dude is beast. He gives 25% hit points for all troop types. I guess it's health is the actual stat here, not hit points. Health by 25%. And that is a consensus best defending joiner for the start of the game. All right. If you enjoyed the vid, throw a like on here, consider subscribing. I had a lot of fun putting together these answers, and I hope to be invited back onto the official channel to provide detailed answers for you in the future. But again, I've been making Whiteout survival videos every day, designed to help you get value and answer all your questions. So I hope to see you on my channel. And until next time, good luck surviving the frigid cold in your state.
Whiteout Survival. Play free now.